What's up, guys? This is going to be a quick video overviewing my operating session and all the things I'm working on now. As you can see, I got the ridge done for the back part of horseshoe curve, and I also got the outline done for the right part of horseshoe curve. Unfortunately, this part of horseshoe curve is going to be a little bit more steep than this part, but I'll find a way to make it work. I plan on getting all this stuff plaster cloth and scenic with lichen and ground foam in the next month. So this is going to be 100% done, hopefully, in the next month. This is Tyrone. This is Hillcrest. Going to have a road, and this is going to be downtown Tyrone. This is going to be a road that crosses the tracks, comes along here and up through here to my dad's house that he grew up in. I think he moved into in 1968. There's going to be a road through here. Now, in real life, it was not a dead end, but for this layout, it's going to have to be. And then behind it will be the garden and then the top of the hill there, in which, hence Hillcrest up there at the top. There will probably be 2 or 3 houses here. I'm also going to have a road along here. As you can see, it's going to cross the tracks there and go behind the mountain, and it just kind of goes out of sight when it goes behind the mountain. I'll have the river done underneath the bridge, and I really don't have anywhere for the road to go. It kind of has to go out of sight based on the way this layout is set up. I plan on, I've already ordered static grass. I really want to make this very realistic and look very, obviously realistic, kind of redundant, but I want to use static grass here to make it look really nice. I'm going to put real life leaves in a blender, drop them up into this fine little dead leaf cup. I don't know really what to call it. I'm gonna put a bunch of blended up leaves in this little cup or box or just anything to store it, and then I'm going to use it for scenery. I'm going to use it under every single tree, and of course on Horseshoe Curve I'm going to use it at the base of the curve the whole way around, so it'll look like leaves have fallen off the trees, because it's the way the layout's designed. It's supposed to be October to November, so every tree is dropping their leaves. So that kind of does it for Horseshoe Curve and Tyrone. It's basically plaster cloth along with the fake leaves, along with lichen, ground foam, static grass, anything I can use to make it look realistic. So that'll be that part. I also want to show you the fascia board that we've been working on. So we've only done one piece of fascia board. It's back here, but it looks pretty good. It sits up about 1/4 of an inch, maybe 3/8 of an inch. And as you can see here, we have boxes holding cards. This is for track 2. Red is coal cars. As you can see, there's 2 cards for the 2 coal cars. And there's 3 box cars represented by the 3 car cards. So we're going to have car card boxes all over the place. We have some here. I have to move them because right now it goes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Eventually it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 along the front, so that there's no confusion. What it would be is track 1 is where the cars get dropped off from a through train, and tracks 2, 3, and 4 are westbound, which are 2, 3, and 4. 5, 6, and 7 are eastbound. Tracks 8 and 9, which are these 2 with the cars on them, are for the local. Track 10 is the coal car track right here. And track 11 is for Altoona Pipe and Steel, which we'll see probably 4 to 6 gondolas each and every session get loaded up with any kind of, steel load and sent on their way. the paper mill, and to kind of blend into my operating session, the paper mill will actually get run 3 times. I ran it 2 times during my session, which was 9 days ago, Friday, October 18th. You'll take cars to the paper mill. You'll pick up the box cars full of paper. You'll drop off 2 tank cars for making the paper. You'll pick up the 2 empties. You'll pick up you'll pick up the cars from the quarry. So you'll have covered hoppers full of lime, hoppers full of limestone, and you'll pick up stuff from the depot. So long story short, I have about 34 to 36 cars that need to go in and out of the paper mill, which is nice because when those trains come back, they're about 10 to 12 cars usually for a local. I would say 10. I'll say probably about 30 cars. I don't want to go over 10 cars. And they'll come in on track 1 or the local track or even the arrival departure track back there. And then they'll get switched out by the yard master and they'll go on their way. So that was one thing I did for the operating session. People struggled to get the controllers to work because, as you can see, everything's wired, and we've run wireless before, but we had set controllers up a certain way, which worked for me because I had all sorts of car cards to do. I had all sorts of car cards I had to cut out, glue, or not glue, tape, because as you can see, there's a pocket here. So I would tape a pocket. If I can put this back, I would tape a pocket so that you can put the load in it, which tells you where to go. We had snacks. We had 7 people, me, my dad, and then 5 other people. At one point, it took about 2 hours, but after 2 hours, I got into the mode of being able to actually have multiple people running trains. So after 2 hours, I had one yard master, another yard master took a break. They kind of flip flop even when we go to another person's layout. I had 2 long haul trains running and 1 paper mill train running. So I should have enough trains running when I have the first. I wouldn't say official because I would say this was the first official operating session, but the first one where I know what I'm doing right and I know what I'm doing wrong, where everyone has a train and I'm not held up by figuring out where this car goes or that car goes. I'll have everything figured out by then. I am also working on the Altoona Works area. There's going to be obviously this Y here. That's going to go back to the cooling tower and the water tower. And then there's going to be another track that goes to the turntable, which will go to the 3-stall Altoona Works shop, which is right there. Then there will be a left-handed switch about there, and it'll go to diesel fueling there, and another switch will go to the Altoona scrapyard there. I got all sorts of stuff I got to get done here in the Altoona Works area. So right now I'm working on scenery, Altoona Works, and fine-tuning my operating schedule. So I hope you guys liked it. It's kind of pretty early Sunday morning, around 1 or 2 a.m. So a little tired, a little out of it. Hopefully this made sense. I plan on getting Horseshoe Curve done relatively soon. In the next 3 weeks, I plan on having it 100% done. It might take 4 or 5 weeks. I'm not sure yet, just because I haven't done a whole lot of scenery. I plan on getting Tyrone done, and our next operating session is mid-December, and by then I plan on having, by the end of tomorrow, I plan on having fascia board done, track 1, or box 1 there, 2, 3, and 4, kind of where it is. 5, 6, and 7 will move to there. 8, 9, 10, 11 will move to here. And then, of course, I have the depot box here. I got a lot to do, and then at some point I'd like to pick up some more engines, like a Jeep 7, a Jeep 9. I I've ordered one more tank car for the Tyrone paper mill and four more coal cars. Because if you notice, there's two coal cars over in the Tyrone paper mill to power the paper mill. I don't know if you noticed that. And then there are two right here that will go to the Tyrone depot for public consumption. And then there's six along here for the Tyrone, or not Tyrone, for the Altoona power plant. Well, if you notice, there's room for a couple more, and I'd like to have a couple more go to Tyrone Depot and Tyrone Paper Mill. So I bought four more, so I have a nice long coal drag to come down from South Fork, right there. And that's about it. I'm not sure when I'll have another video update. I think I might wait till I actually have Horseshoe Curve done so you can see a night and day difference rather than, oh, I got, the end of this part of the mountain done or whatnot. I'd really like to get a lot done so you guys can see a massive difference. The back mountain won't be done for a while. That's going to be tricky because I got to I got to do rock formations and all sorts of stuff into the back mountain. But, if I don't have another video update soon, hopefully I'll have an operations video because there's all sorts of stuff I can do for the yard. The yard is basically constantly running. And if the yard's not running, I have Altoona Pipe and Steel and Altoona Works running. So shortly thereafter, the yard will be running. So I got a lot of scenery to work on. And if I don't have time or if I don't get enough done to upload a video in a couple weeks, I will do an operating session video. And also, I plan on doing a video called Action on the Curve, which will just be long trains running through the Horseshoe Curve. But until then, I will see you guys later.